To understand this chapter, we should have an overview of it.
What is factors of production? What is a production process? The 4 factors of production in individual, and what are factor mobility and immobility. Hello and welcome back. I am Zareen and today we are going to talk about chapter 2. It is a very important chapter in economics and it is really important for us to know what are factors of production. To start off, we need to know what are factors of production. Factors of production refer to any inputs through a production process through which we get an output. These outputs could be sold for money and be made an economic profit. Before we move any further, it is vital for us to know what do we actually understand by production process. Production processes refer to the methods through which raw materials could be turned into finished products. For example, let's take wood. If we take wood and put it into a factory, then through various processes, through various manufacturing processes in particular, we can see that at the end the wood would come out as a completed furniture. It could be a chair, table, bed or any other sort of furniture. So this process of turning the raw wood into a finished furniture is known as the production process. Now let's move back to factors of production. For your better understanding, let me repeat the definition again. Factors of production refer to the inputs into a production process through which we get a particular output. These outputs could be sold for money and help to make an economic profit. There are mainly 4 factors of production: land, labor, capital, and enterprise. Land refers to all sorts of natural resources that are used in the production of goods and services. Forests, oil, timber, fisheries. These are all examples of natural resources. After land, now we're going to focus on labor. Labor refers to the physical and mental effort of human beings into the production process. Laborers could be an example for your workers, for your employees, etc. After labor, now we're going to focus on capital. Capital refers to the man-made machineries, equipments, or even finance that is needed for the production of goods and services. Now we're going to talk about the last factor of production, which is known as enterprise. Enterprise combines the other 3 factors of production, say land, labor, and capital, into something that helps to make goods and services. This something could be your business. And the person who combines all of these factors of production together to make goods and services or to create a business / an enterprise is known as an entrepreneur. To finish up the chapter, we're going to focus a bit on the term mobility. We know that mobility refers to the ease at which things could be moved from one place to another, or the ease at which things can be changed from one to another. Some factors of production are geographically and occupationally mobile, which means that they can easily be moved from one place to another and from one job to another. Whereas some factors of production are geographically and occupationally immobile, means they cannot move from one job to another too easily or from one place to another place too easily. Now let's take the example of labor. We can consider labor as a factor which is occupationally and geographically mobile. Means laborers can geographically move from one place to another in search of their jobs easily. Similarly, laborers with proper training and education can also change from one job to another easily. For example, if a laborer is a teacher who teaches maths, now the same teacher with proper training and education will also be able to teach science if required. So, laborers in this case are occupationally mobile. They are being able to work or move their work from one to another easily. So the teacher that we just talked about can also be considered to be a geographically mobile laborer. Say for example, the teacher currently works in Khulna and earns Taka 15,000 a month. Over the year, the teacher has become quite popular, and thereby schools in Dhaka are willing to hire him, and they're willing to offer him Taka 30,000 a month, which is just the double of his income. So now, keeping all his interests in mind, the teacher might be willing to move from Khulna to Dhaka to accept the new job. So what happens in this case? It's not much of a hassle for the teacher to move from Khulna to Dhaka, keeping all his interests and benefits in mind. In this case, the teacher is geographically mobile. Now let's consider the same example for capital. As we already know, capital are man-made machineries or equipments or even money needed for the production of goods and services. Some capital could be a bit difficult to move from one place to another. Those capitals would be geographically immobile. Say, take the example of a heavy machinery needed for the production of goods and services. Is it that easy for that machinery to move from one factory to another? Probably not. That's why that capital equipment would be geographically immobile. Similarly, that capital equipment would be only required to do one or two types of jobs. Now let's take a sewing machine. We cannot make probably anything else out of a sewing machine except clothes. It cannot be used or changed for any other purpose. That's why the sewing machine, as a capital equipment, is occupationally immobile. This equipment cannot be used for making something else instead of clothes. So, to conclude these chapters, factors of production refer to any inputs through a production process through which we get an output. These outputs could be sold for money and be made an economic profit. Production processes refer to the methods through which raw materials could be turned into finished products. There are mainly four factors of production: land, labor, capital, and enterprise. We're going to focus a bit on the term mobility. We know that mobility refers to the ease at which things could be moved from one place to another, or the ease at which things can be changed from one to another. I hope you have all understood the chapter very well, because the chapter is a fundamental chapter to be moving forward in economics. Thank you very much.